Hello everyone, this is Nisreen Deeb, a Tech Woman Fellow from Lebanon. Thank you for allowing me to join you virtually in this crisis happening all over the world and from my home. Today, I would like to share about my experience, the challenges, and everything about how being a woman in technology in Lebanon. Actually, my path was a bit different. I chose to be a computer science or the major is computer science, not because I love it or I didn't have any idea what computer science is. I just joined computer science because my brother did, and he inspired me with his passion towards this major. And I had a bit curiosity about what is computer and how they behave. I remember a conversation with friends of mine when I was sharing about that I'm gonna enter the university and doing the major of computer science. Someone told me, "Are you sure? Are you crazy?" Another man told me, "Are you sure that you are going to spend a lot of hours during the day behind the PC and you will end up having a very thick eyeglasses?" Today, it's been more than 10 years in computer science and I have no eyeglasses. So, what's computer science? I had no idea. I just did it. And this is what I advise you. If you have passion towards something or if you would like to do something in STEM, just do it. I still remember the first day I entered the university class. I entered the class and I was the only woman in class out of around 35 men. What's like to be the only female in class? Actually, this is not true. They were not fighting to get me. However, they were fighting me. And it was really a hard moment at that time. The truth is here. I tried hard to raise my voice and to raise my hand, to answer questions, to ask questions, to give my opinion. One woman around like 40 men, this is how it's gonna be. However, I wasn't shy. I was always raising my hand. I was always raising my voice and submit the message that I want to. And I spent 3 years like this, but the results were really worth it. I graduated with the highest GPA over the faculty. I got accepted to pursue my master's degree in a very reputable university in Lebanon, and I started my career as a software engineer in parallel. How all of this together? Maybe with this image. They call me the multitasking woman because I had to work very hard. Non-sleeping nights, I had to attend my master's courses. I was teaching as a part-time instructor at the American University of Beirut in parallel to my courses, in parallel to being a software engineer at my company that I work in, and I had to do some private tutoring to assure the financial tuition fees in the university. It's not an easy job, yes. I had limited sleeping hours. I had to balance my work and life. I had almost no social life, and I had to manage my financial situation. I remember that all my friends and family, they were asking me, "Why you're doing this? You graduated as a BS degree, then it's enough. Why you're insisting of doing this hard job?" And I was answering, this is my passion, this is what I want to. But I was trying all the time to make it easier to myself. I was open to all new opportunities. I didn't accept to be labeled as this is the only woman or this is the woman in computer science. I was simply a student in the computer science. I asked for help, and anyone, whether woman, whether man, anyone, when I needed help, I was asking for help. I wasn't shy to ask questions. Actually, I was maybe one of the few people who are always asking questions. I wasn't afraid of any new challenge. I always did my best, and I always did it in a confident way. Until 2013, where a dream came true, that is Silicon Valley. I received an email from the university saying about an opportunity for an exchange program called Tech Women. The first reaction to this email, I was like, why me? I will be accepted. Oh, sure, I will not be accepted. I was the only woman in class. Why they would be interested in me, giving me this opportunity? However, I worked hard on the application because it wasn't easy and it's still not easy. And I got accepted to be one of the Tech Women Fellow, and the Silicon Valley dream came true. During this amazing experience, to be honest, it was the first time I know what's networking, what is entrepreneurship, what is giving back to the community, what is maybe inspire other women and try to support them to the extent, and it was worth it. I spent around 40 days in the US, from attending the biggest events in the biggest companies like Facebook, here it was in the opening event, here in LinkedIn, here in Twitter, and many other companies like Microsoft and many others. I remember this picture because it was my first experience as a hackathon participant in a hackathon in general. Actually, I didn't know what's hackathon mean. It was, okay, a competition. It was called a hackathon, and it's still. So in this picture, I spent 24 hours non-sleeping, just trying to do some coding, to submit an idea. I didn't win. However, the experience was worth it. And for me, I won a lot out of it. When I came back to Lebanon, I believed that it's the time to give back to my community. And I really can do something with all the passion and all the help and the big network out of this experience. So the chapter of giving back to my community just started. In 2015, I was appointed as the Lebanon Ambassador of Arab Women in Computing. I launched the chapter in July 2015. Then I got inspired by the LinkedIn Developer Hackathon that I talked about in the previous slide. And I've done the first women-only hackathon in Lebanon in partnership with many other organizations in Lebanon and with the American University of Beirut, and it was called She Develops Hackathon, which is the first women-only hackathon, and it had a really big success. In 2016, I joined effort with other 4 women, and we have co-founded an initiative called Girls Got IT to empower other women and not to have other case other than myself, the first or the only female in class in a STEM major. In Girls Got IT, we tried to gather schoolgirls from age 13 to 17 years old, along with the startup companies, and we partnered with the ecosystem, and we advised them that they should give back to the girls and to encourage them by giving workshops to these girls. So far, we had made impact by reaching more than 3,000 schoolgirls in Lebanon from all areas, especially the rural areas. How about our kids? Also, in 2016, I submitted a proposal to the Alumni Exchange Innovation Fund, and I got the fund to submit a project, to implement a project to inspire school kids from age 8 years to 10 years to learn the basics of programming, and it really had a big success, and 70% of the winners were girls. Sharing knowledge and giving awareness, just like what I'm doing now. This is my passion, and whenever I have the opportunity to share experiences and lessons, I'm gonna do it. So I participated in many events, whether in Lebanon, in Dubai, in Orlando, panels, by being a judge in competitions. So anywhere, anyone ask for my help, I'm gonna give them my support. Why? Because when I asked for support, I was receiving it, whether from women or men. So I'm gonna provide support to anyone who needs help, and this is my message to you. Give the support, provide the help, and you're gonna receive it as well. The achievements and award. Here I remember that I was selected as the top software developer award. Here I got awarded to attend the Grace Hopper celebration. That is the biggest event for women in tech in the world. And here also in Arab Women in Computing 5th International Conference. At the end, I'm really proud to be a woman in tech. Why? Because one person who's passionate about his job, especially if it's a STEM job, we can inspire, and we can give back to our community, and we can help other people. I would love to end this video by a special quote that I always share it in any event. This quote is by Mrs. Madeleine Albright. There is a special place in hell for women who don't help other women. My message to you, be confident, Don't be shy. Ask questions. Don't accept to be labeled. Support other women in your field and in any other field. Just give hand to the people. We are needed in this world and we can do it. Thank you.